Before we begin, we're going to have Austin Brockberg, our Student Council President, will share the class motto and a little bit about this year's Student Council.
Hi, I'm Austin Brockberg, Student Council President here at MATEC, and I would like to welcome you to our 2017 MATEC Graduation. This year, our Student Council did several things to make our school and community a better place. First, we went over to the Armory to pack food for kids. We planned activities with the daycare and helped with them. And we also even made chili for our students here. Our class motto is, "Life is what you make it. It always has been and always will be," by Eleanor Roosevelt. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to welcome you on behalf of the staff and the students here at MATEC, and thank you for coming to help us celebrate the success of these 15 graduating seniors. This is now our largest graduating class. At this time, I would also like to recognize Superintendent Scott Munson, our Principal Brian Jones, our Director of Business Bruce Lamprecht, and our school board members who are present here, Dion Karen, Jeff Chapman, Matt Coleman, Bill Swope, and Karen Van Coolen. Thank you. Our keynote speaker today is Miss Rachel Anderson. Miss Anderson is a graduate of SDSU. She taught for 3 years in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, before coming to MATEC as our language arts teacher. She's also a speech coach at the high school. Under her guidance and teaching, students have invited staff into their classes with Miss Anderson to show off their speeches and the debates they have written. It is always exciting to see students not only love being challenged and love learning, but also be proud of their accomplishments. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Rachel Anderson.
Thank you, Ms. Noriega. Good afternoon and congratulations to the class of 2017. Thank you all for joining us to celebrate the successes of our students. My name is Rachel Anderson and I teach language arts classes here at MATEC. And now you're probably thinking, as the keynote speaker, I'm going to stand up here and give an inspirational speech about success and hard work and achievement and all these other cliche graduation topics. And while those topics are appropriate and well-intended, they're not what I'm here to talk to you about today. Today, I want to talk to you all about being scared. When I was a little girl, I used to be afraid of a lot of things. Creepy crawly, furry or slimy things with lots of legs, closet monsters, snakes, the car wash, you know, the usual. I used to exit the deep, dark depths of my basement by counting to 3, flinging the light switch off, and sprinting up the stairs like the devil was at my heels. Because it was dark down there. Maybe the devil was at my heels. Who knows what kind of creepy crawlies were down there? And I'm looking out and seeing some faces of recognition, some smiles, some nods. Because if you said you'd never done that in your life, I wouldn't believe you. If you told me you never avoided the monster under your bed by reassuring yourself that nothing could get you as long as you're under the covers, I wouldn't believe you. I think at some point in our lives, we're all afraid of the dark. Maybe you still are. I know I am. Because when you think about it, a lot of things in our lives that scare us are what I consider the dark. Our future, commitment, our relationships, rejection, the great unknown in general. We're afraid of being metaphorically in the dark. It's not really creepy basement monsters we're afraid of. We're afraid of not knowing what's in the basement, not knowing if we're making the right choices, not knowing if we're completely screwing up our lives or the lives of our children or of those around us, not knowing if the car wash was going to drown me, not knowing what's next. When Mr. Jones first asked if I would come teach at MATEC 9 months ago, I was scared. There I was again, in the dark, not knowing. I didn't know what kind of content I would teach. I didn't know if anyone would like me. I didn't know if I could be what my students needed. I was in the dark. But the difference between people... It's a speech about fear. Gotcha. But the difference between people who are successful and those who are not is not that successful people are fearless. They're not. It's that the people who are successful look fear in the face and say, all right, let's do this thing. Yes, it's dark. Yeah, it's scary. There are a lot of unknowns, of what ifs. But just like that roller coaster you were once so terrified of, once you face that fear, you end up having the time of your life. I know that I can speak for a lot of staff and students when I say that coming to MATEC, facing the unknowns and the what ifs, is one of the best decisions I could have made for myself. I hear a lot of students tell me they're afraid of what's next. They're afraid of the future. Will I get accepted to college? Will I be able to find a job? Will I make new friends? Will I be able to live by myself, pay my bills, and be a functioning member of society? And maybe these students sitting up in front of you today still have those questions. These are questions that paralyze a lot of people into digging their heels in, staying in their safe zone, and not venturing forward. But not these graduates today. They've looked into that deep, dark unknown that is their future, and they've decided to shed light into that part of their lives. Just like a flashlight, in their hands are the tools to shed light on the darkness. They have social, emotional, and academic skills they've learned here at MATEC to equip them for that big unknown and to make it a little less scary. And soon they will look back on this portion of their lives and be thankful that they decided to be brave. They decided to persevere. They looked fear in the face and said, bring it. And what I want you all to know today is that we're all scared, at least a little. No one has it entirely figured out. But all around us are people with lanterns and flashlights and candles to help us navigate through the crazy world. Our teachers, our parents, our friends, those who walk with us or in front of us or give us a little nudge from behind. So, to the class of 2017, I commend you. Not on being fearless, because none of us are, but I commend you for your bravery, your ability to embrace the dark, and your ability to find the light. And so today, I leave you with the following quote from American broadcast journalist and Harvard graduate Soledad O'Brien, who once said, "I've learned that fear limits you and your vision. It serves as blinders to what may be just a few steps down the road for you. The journey is valuable, but believing in your talents, your abilities, and your self-worth can empower you to walk down an even brighter path, transforming fear into freedom. How great is that? Congratulations."
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Anderson. Next, we have our senior class speaker. This year, it is Torrin Squires Shaw. Torrin came to MATEC from the high school, and it is such a pleasure for us to have Torrin be here today to share his journey and his thoughts. Torrin?
I'm going to get back there.
You're gonna. Is it down here?
No, it's found it. Hi. Hello, my name is Torrin, and I'm a graduate of MATEC. I'm here to talk to you all about decision making. Tony Robbins, a great businessman, said, "It is in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped." He is absolutely correct. In my own past, I've not been the best decision maker. I was impulsive and I usually did what I want. There are tons of examples of poor decision making in my life, but I'm not going to bore you with that. Instead, we're going to focus on moving forward. The things in your past don't necessarily define you. There's one word that comes to me whenever I think of moving forward, and that word is resilience. To me, resilience means second chances, and everybody gets at least one. So you shouldn't take them lightly. MATEC, surprise, was a huge second chance for me. Before I came here, I dropped out of school. I didn't think that I had very much a great future ahead of me. My only plan was to play PlayStation in my parents' basement. I don't think they'd like that. That all changed when I made the call and started school again. It was a week before the beginning of the year. I made the call and they were more than happy to come down here and have a meeting. Starting school again was really rough. I was not prepared for it, didn't think anything of it. But after a while, MATEC had become a huge second family to me. It meant the world to me knowing that I would be missed if I didn't show up, or if I overslept, Shonda would call me and tell me, wake my butt up. It also meant the world to me knowing that after I started the CNA classes that everyone believed that I could get through it, and I did. I passed with a B, so that was pretty good. So in closing, on behalf of me and the other graduates, thank you very much to the staff and the families for getting us to where we are today. Our future would not be so bright without you. Thanks for listening, guys. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Torrin. We have, just like Torrin, we have so many wonderful students here at MATEC that shine in different ways. And thanks to a wonderful idea from Shonda Bassett, we are adding a new component to our end-of-year graduation, Departmental Student of the Year. Each department has chosen a student to recognize that best demonstrates the values of curiosity, participation, effort, and overall positive impact on the classroom. I will call up a teacher from each department, excuse me, who will say a few words about the student they chose and present them with a certificate. For the art department, Miss Chris Tremblay is at the high school teaching right now, so Shonda Bassett will present the art department choice.
When I call the student, please stand. Cade. Ms. Tremblay picked Cade because he has taken many art classes while attending MATEC. Cade has always been able to find one of his passions and turn it into a work of art. Because of this, he has created meaningful and beautiful artwork. He has a great work ethic and the ability to finish a completed piece of art. These are qualities that I am sure will help Cade succeed at whatever he chooses to do in the future. Congratulations, Cade. I am also Miss Steinbach right now, as she also teaches at the high school. When I say the name, again, stand. Troy. Troy Trost. There he is. This is from Miss Steinbach. I had Troy in several of my business classes. Even though he is not going into the business field, he excelled in this area. Not only is Troy a great student as far as academics, he is also a good citizen. His friendliness, ability to show respect, and positive behavior is something that stood out to me. Troy is a very self-motivated individual, which will take him very far in his career. Congratulations, Troy. Troy, come grab your certificate. Congratulations.
Thank you, Shonda. For the health department, we have Miss Angela Anderson.
Welcome. Everybody up here, I've loved to have in class. I've had you a couple times. The one kid that I'm going to talk to about today, I've had for 23,450 minutes. Just this year, here at MATEC. She's taken several classes that I teach. She's also completed the CNA portion of our MATEC program. And the student I'm recognizing today is Faith Van Dam. Faith came to MATEC. Yep. You can keep standing if you want. Faith came to MATEC like most kids do, very shy, very quiet, and just kind of, figuring out where you want to fit in. And she's leaving today, still kind of quiet and shy. But she's one kid that I connected with right away. We kind of joke back and forth and things like that. And she wants to pursue after high school here, going into the nursing field, and I think Faith has, all the right stuff. She's got the, the heart, the compassion, the love, and things like that. So I want to just congratulate Faith on her journey here, and wish her success in the future. So thank you, Faith.
For the Language Arts Department, Miss Anderson.
The Student of the Year in Language Arts is a student who is an excellent reader. This student is one who can truly read between the lines, explore literature beyond face value, and ask questions that have me wondering long after class is over. Although this student worked hard to complete her language arts credits this year, I know that she will be a lifelong reader. The Language Arts Student of the Year is Zoe Gron.
For the Mathematics Department, Mrs. Brenda Elton.
The student I'm going to talk about came to MATEC this year for one thing only. He needed math. So he was blessed with coming to school for one class a day the entire year, and he faithfully persevered. He came at 12 o'clock every day in the fall and 8 o'clock every day this spring. And he was faithful. He came. And so I would like to recognize Za U. He is my ideal student. He had a little trouble understanding me. I tend to talk a little fast, and it's a little tough in a math class if you're not able to get the whole language thing down really fast. But we grew with each other this year. I could understand him better, and he could understand me better. He worked every problem that I assigned. Every problem that he got wrong, he redid until he got it right. He asked questions in class when he didn't understand what I was talking about. He is the best math student a teacher could ask for. So thank you, Za. I wish you well.
For the Science Department, Miss Kathy Richardson is homesick today, so I will present the Science Award. Miss Richardson chose this recognition to go to a young man who shows respect and appreciation in all aspects of life for his education, interacting with his peers, and interacting with adults. I could not agree more. Eddie Flores, could you please stand up? He is kind, humble, hardworking. He genuinely tries to learn and sets amazing goals for himself that he achieves. He sees the good in everyone and in every situation. It is an honor for me to present this award to Eddie Flores. For the Social Studies Department, Mr. Jepson.
Thank you. So for the Social Studies Student of the Year, Blaine, you want to stand up? Oh, nice job, nice job. Now, I was told that these were not told to the students, but by the way Blaine dressed today, I definitely think somebody told him. I mean, his ears are shiny. He's wearing the good pants. And I think he tied his shoes on the way here. Many things that we have definitely stressed very heavily in social studies, along with other very important things as well. Blaine's a great student to have. I wish I had him more often. I had him 3 different times, and he had received grades of B, A-, and an A, so he did very well in class. Great listener, asked fantastic questions, never just takes words for what they are. He's always questioning things. Where do they come from? What do they mean? Why did this happen? Always analyzing things further. Things that you have to do in social studies to be successful and understand what's going on. Blaine was fantastic. He was a very good writer. He's told me that he read the chapters that we did, so I'll take his word for it. He would never lie to me, would you, Blaine? No, exactly. God, that makes me just feel so warm in the heart. All right. So that's who the social studies student of the year is. Here you go, Blaine.
We have one more department that we'll be presenting for, and that is the welding department. Mr. Brad Thomas will do that. While Mr. Thomas is up here, he will also present the certificates from Minnesota West with Les Quam for the 16 credit welding program.
The student of the year that I'd like to talk about, he's been very unique all year long. He's worked harder than anybody in the class, I can honestly say that. He went from being the quietest guy in the class to being very involved, and he succeeded and he earned all his grades. I think he graduated with about an A-. So Trevor Zoig, we'd like to give you the student of the year. Okay, I guess I'll start with the certificates for the welding 16 credit course. There's 7 graduates. The first one I'd like to introduce is Alan Cady. Want me to hand them out for you? Okay. The next one is Nathan Leach. Yeah. Mackenzie Schultz. Colben Christensen. Spencer Rickadall. Blaine Thomas. And last and certainly not least, Trevor Zoig.
Thank you, gentlemen. All right, at this time, we will present the certificates to our graduating class. I would ask Mr. Jones and Mr. Munson to come up and help with that. Yep. Sorry about that, David.
No, it's fine.
You want me to just hand them to you one at a time?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Seniors, as I call your name, please stand. I will tell our guests what your plans for the future are, and then I'll have you come forward and receive your certificate. Brendan Bertimus. Brendan Brendan plans to attend a 2-year college before transferring to complete a degree in music management and production. He is also hoping to earn a business degree. Yeah, I'll have you sit back down. Austin Brockberg. Austin Brockberg will enter basic training for the Army on August 15th. He plans on being active duty for 3 years and then in the reserves while he attends college as an art major. Leslie Diaz. Leslie Diaz is planning on attending Minnesota West in Canby for nursing. Eddie Flores. Eddie is planning to attend Minnesota West to finish up his welding training that he began here at MATEC. Zoe Gran. Zoe's immediate plans include getting her driver's license and a job. She's not sure what her future career will be, although we all hope it will be something to do with art, as she's very talented in this area. One more, Zoe. Cade Johnson. Cade has been accepted to SMSU. He will start on his generals there. Oh, I'm sorry, Gregorio. Gregorio Lopez Jr. Junior plans on making money this summer so he can attend college. He is undecided at this time as to what his major will be. David Monteroso. David plans to attend St. Cloud Tech in their electrician program. Za O. You guys are out of order. Za plans to go to school in New York. He would like to be either a pharmacist or a missionary. Torrin Squires Shaw. Torrin is planning to attend college to become an LPN. He would eventually like to become a surgical technician. His backup plan is to be an anesthesiologist. Couldn't be something easy like doctor. Salvador Talamantes. Smile. Salvador plans to attend Lake Area Tech for welding. He has a full ride and a job already waiting for him in Mitchell, South Dakota with Trail King Industries. Blaine Thomas. Blaine also plans to attend Lake Area Tech in Watertown, South Dakota, to be an automotive technician. Troy Trost. Troy has a full ride to Southeast Tech in Sioux Falls for plumbing. He then has a guaranteed job for 3 years in South Dakota. Faith Van Dam. Faith plans on attending Rasmussen College in Mankato for nursing. Kepawa. K-Paw plans on moving to Lincoln, Nebraska. He would like to attend a 2-year college to become a mechanic. Thank you, Mr. Jones. Thank you, Mr. Munson. Now, typically, I tell you a little something about each student. But this year, as I was writing my speech for these 15 wonderful graduates, I realized we didn't want to be here all night. They are an amazing group. They have led this school by example, and we are truly going to miss them. We have rejoiced in their successes, in their acceptance letters, and in their scholarship awards. We are proud of their efforts, their perseverance, and their bravery. We are excited for their futures, and we wish them the very, very best. From the staff and the students at MATEC, along with the families and friends, we congratulate you. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you the graduating class of 2017. Please stand. We would like to invite you all, led by our seniors, into the cafeteria to enjoy some cake and to celebrate these guys. Thank you for coming.